Hi, this is Wife from Scrappy Mania, and today I want to show you how to create this layout. So this is a layout that I created, and click on the link how to create these flowers. These flowers are, I have a tutorial how to create these with jute using a circle. You basically just use any kind of corrugated cardstock, make a circle, and then you use your toothpicks to kind of insert spokes. And then you're gonna use those spokes to kind of put your jute around it, as you can see, like something like that. So click on the link on this video, and I will take you to the tutorial how to create these. But basically, I use that same principle on creating these. I use to create these ribbon flowers, as you can see here. And then today I'm going to show you how to create this Prima doll. Now I do have the stamps, so these are my Prima stamps. So actually, let me say I got the whole collection. So this is one doll, this is the other doll. Okay, and then this is the other one of the baby dolls, and then these are more of the grown-up dolls, as you can see there. Hopefully you're not seeing too much of the glare. And then this one. However, if you notice these two, so the two stamps that I have here, my doll is actually a little bigger than the Prima stamp. And that's because what I did is, and let me show you the other ones I created. Now this is creating the stamp, so this is the same image as the stamp. So that's okay. But then I wanted the ability to be able to make it either larger or smaller depending on the project. And with stamps, as you only get one size, and you don't really get to be able to choose which size of stamp you want. But with my technique, you can take that same stamp and you can actually make it larger. Like you can see here, this is one of my dolls, and this is another doll that I created by using this technique. So for this one, what I did is I stamped it. And then once I stamped it, I went ahead and used my computer. I scanned it, and then I blew it up. And then after I enlarged it, I went ahead and used a fine tip marker, and I traced around it with my marker just to make sure it's nice and dark. Okay. And then once I did that, that's what I used. I went ahead and traced the pieces out to make the dress and the body and the shoes. I'm going to show you how to do that with this one. So this is one of the stamps. So what I did is I took this stamp, and as you can see it's the same size. I took this stamp, I stamped it, and after I stamped it, I went ahead and used my pen and I outlined it to make it very dark, like you can see there. Okay. Once I made it very dark, so I'm going to go ahead and transition over to my camera, my video capturing software, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to enlarge this this image in Word. So you only need the Word, Microsoft Word, in order to make it larger. So let me go ahead and show you. Okay, so once I scan it, as you can see, I scanned the image, and this is the image of my computer. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and eliminate as much as the white background that I can. So in my Mac, I'm going to go ahead and select Command Shift and number 4, and it's going to allow me to capture that image. So on the Windows, if you're having Windows, you're usually going to do there's some kind of screen print that you can go ahead and do that, or you can do it on Paint. You can go ahead and do a capture image on Paint. But since I'm on a Mac, I'm going to go ahead and use Command Shift 4, and that creates a window, as you can see there. And then I'm going to go ahead and capture that window. And I'm going to go ahead and select that. And that created an image on my desktop. So once I do that, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my Word. So this is my Microsoft Word. Oh, I got to actually go ahead and insert, sorry. So you're going to go ahead and insert from File, and then you're going to go on Desktop, and then look at the screen capture and insert. So there's my image, and see how it's kind of smaller. So I can move it however I want to move it, and then I can really adjust the image. So I can take my cursor and I can make it larger or smaller however I want. And let's see, I want to make sure I can get the foot. Make it a little smaller. And there, now it's nice and big. And I'm not an expert on Word, but this is the easiest way I can find. You just insert it. It puts the image on your background. So then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead into File, and I'm going to go ahead and print this. Make sure it prints it. And it looks like it looks good. And let me go ahead and go upstairs, and I'm going to go ahead and print this image, and I'll show you. And see how you can see right now it actually made, this is the original image. So if you compare this with the regular stamp, this is the regular image, and then these are the image that I created a little larger. So if you compare these with the stamp, see it's a little bigger, just a tad bigger. And then this one is definitely a larger than your regular stamp. Now it does come out a little fuzzy, but that's okay, because what you're going to do is you mainly just want to use it to for your outline. So you can, again, you can trace it out, and you can go around the whole image and kind of trace the image out, or you can leave it like that however you want. But I like to go around it and make it a lot darker, so that way I can really see it against my background. So let me go ahead and get some papers, and actually I think I'm going to do this one. I don't want an image as big as this one because I'm making the companion page, and this one's a little too large. This one is about the size that I want. Actually, this one will be perfect. Yeah, I'll go ahead and trace this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and off camera, I'm going to go through all the lines to make sure it's nice and dark. I'm going to pick my papers, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to go ahead and trace this on a light box and create the doll. Okay, so now we're ready to trace. So this is the image. So what I did is I went ahead and traced it out, because since I enlarged the image, it kind of made the graphics of the image a little fuzzy, as you can see there. So I went ahead and traced it out with a marker. And then now I'm going to show you using a light box. So let me turn on the light box. Using a light box, you're going to go ahead and use your papers. Now I already went ahead and traced a lot of the papers. So like for the shirt, I went ahead and traced it, as you can see there, but then I went a little lower because what I want to do is I want to put the skirt on top of this line here. So I left a little lip, so that way when I cut out the skirt, as you can see there, the skirt, it will rest right on top of this lip. So I can put glue here and it's going to rest nicely there. I also went ahead and cut the band, the headband. It's going to be the same color as the shirt. So the shirt inside is going to be this nice little pink pattern paper. And then these are the skirt, and this is the shirt or the jacket. The shoes are going to be black, so you can see there I traced out the shoes already. So now what I'm left to trace is actually the whole body. So I'm going to show you a trick. Because you really don't need to trace the whole dress and everything, because as you can see here, I really didn't trace the dress. What I did is I just traced out the body, And then I just cut down. And actually this is the stamp, this one. I just traced the body, and when you layer the dress and the shirts and everything, you don't even see that. So let me show you what I did. So you're gonna trace the hairline. So I'm gonna go ahead, this is the face. I'm gonna trace my face. And then I'm gonna trace the shoulders. And everything's gonna be covered. Now, so the important part here is actually the face, the neck area. Then the legs are the next important part. So you got to make sure you kind of trace that out correctly. Okay. So there, let me turn off this light so you can see it. So this is the trace of, actually, I need to trace, I forgot to trace, oops, actually backwards. Okay, now, so these are my shoes here. And actually the shoe, I did trace out the shoe here, so that's going to be on top of here. It's going to go on top of here. But this is the body, so I'm going to go ahead and start cutting everything out. And now I'll be back and we can assemble our doll. So all my pieces are cut, as you can see here. Now I'm going to start laying all my pieces down. So I want to just go ahead and lay down the shoes first. And for that, I'm going to use this two-way stick pen or glue pen. And I'm going to place that here. Then I'm going to go ahead and place the other shoe on the other foot. Okay, and what I found with these dolls, it's a lot easier if you start adhering the pieces together before you place it on the doll. And actually, I forgot to do the hair piece on here, so I'll do that in a second. But I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to use a regular stick glue for the rest of the dress. And then that's going to adhere here. That's why I left a little lip, because see how easy it is to just put it on the lip there. And I'm going to go ahead and place that there. So now I got the dress set. Now I forgot to make the hair piece, so let me go ahead and trace out that hair piece real quickly. And I'm going to make her hair blonde. So let me turn this on. And let me show you what I do. So to trace the hair, since it's going to be behind the whole doll, you don't have to cut the neckline or anything. I'm just going to cut across or trace across. Make sure I trace the hairband. And now I'm going to trace the bands. And see, that's my hairpiece. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that out real quick. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and cut. So my hair piece is going to go here. See there? So I want to make sure I trace where I want to cut. So it's going to be cutting here up to here. So now I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to cut the bangs out. Not as great as I would like it to be, but that's good enough. It'll be fine. And then I'm going to use my two-way glue gun pen to put this here. And I need to put some glue all the way on the body. And actually I should have traced, I did not trace the arms. So let me go ahead and trace those arms. I kind of made a mistake. So let me go ahead and fix that. Okay, so I went ahead and added the arms. So next time when you cut it out, just make sure you cut out the arms as well. But there you have it. So there's my doll. And compare this doll to the stamp image, and you can see that you really can make your dolls any size from this to this, and you can actually even make it smaller. So I've been playing with it, and I even have made it even smaller than that. So let's say I want a very small image, I can go ahead and create very small image of my stamps. So you can see this is the original size and this is the smaller size with the same principle. Just stamp your image, trace it out, and then scan it. So I hope you liked this tutorial and thank you for watching. Bye now.